Woo, the mask is off and all is revealed right here on this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Plus, we have Nicole herself joining us live in studio. Ms. Ari Zucker is going to give us all the dish on that mask. It's all coming up on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days coming up now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello. We are back. Take 2. Hi, everybody, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full dish of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I'm joined by my usual gaggle of gals. We have to my far left,
Michael Mattes. Is everybody?
How is everybody?
Whatever. Something like that.
I always feel like Michael Mattes goes in with great intentions, and then
I'm like,
then he's just like, oh, whatever. Next.
I'm like, hi.
And we have...
Hello, Chelsie Overocker here.
Look at the Queen's Hello, Queen Chelsie has arrived. And of course, we have Shining in Yellow.
Hi everyone, Tami Goveia.
And thank you guys for tuning in live. If you haven't already, make sure you go and like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days on Facebook and Instagram, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. Still implied. And if you are a huge fan of other soap operas like General Hospital and Young and the Restless, make sure you check out those recap shows as well. We have Restless Rap and the GH Report right after our show. If you're listening to us on the podcast, hello podcast listeners.
The podcast.
I wonder if they ever feel creeped out when you go, hello podcast listeners. Well, if you're on there and you're listening to us on your drive to work, on your way back home, or on a treadmill at the gym, make sure you give us a comment and 5 stars, because we like to hear from you, and we want to make sure that we're doing an A-OK job on this show. And that is it for all the church announcements. And if you guys are tuning in going, where's Ari? I thought she was going to be on the show today. Well,
spot on.
Well, as you know, we always get through our recap first, and then we sneak the guest in later. So make sure you guys tune in, because we will have Ari live in studio. Cannot wait to chit chat with her. It's going to be the best thing ever. All right, so what do we think of this week's episodes of Days?
So good.
You know, it was really quick. It was really interesting because despite all the drama, it was also really heavy on just relationships. You know, like between Gabby and Stefan and John and Marlena. It was like really relationship heavy, which was nice.
It was.
It was a really good combo of relationships and drama.
This week was a talk to the TV week for me.
Was it?
It was, because and my favorite word is run. Like, I don't understand why people say run, girl. No, like, make that phone call outside, go. You know, it was very much that. Or it was snaps. At one point I tried to do a split, but it didn't quite happen. So I just looked like I was just that's how I look.
That Susan Banks, she just made my week. I love her. Between that and the new Taylor Swift CD coming out on Friday, my week was made. Don't go there.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes.
So good. But
Michael Mattes, you need to calm down.
You need to calm down, Michael Mattes. Gosh.
I can't think of a Taylor Swift lyric to come back with, because I don't know her.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's a love story, and we knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Oh, Tony, you belong with me.
And for that, Michael Mattes, we are never, ever getting back together.
Like, ever.
Well, y'all, let's dive right into this. It's now time to start
Dishin Days.
Ta-da!
It's covered regardless.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's kick things off with Gabby and Stefan. First of all, okay, when the mask came off and Gabby had the wig, and then she picked up the mask and she saw it was Kristen, that was a moment where I was like, run. Like, I would have literally been like,
But
Forrest
you know
Gump.
what's interesting is they've never met.
Kristen and Gabby?
Yeah.
They haven't?
They
kind of alluded to that. Like Susan or Kristen said something like, "Oh, you've done your homework."
Like, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
And Gabby was like, "Yeah, of course I know who you.
I know who you are."
Yeah.
So maybe her impulse to run wasn't as strong because she's never really had an interaction with Kristen.
Well, I feel like I would just be frozen. Like I'd be frozen shocked. I wouldn't be able to run.
See, y'all the people in scary movies that get stabbed.
I know.
Yeah.
Not I. Because as soon as I did that, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, I'm gone.
Same
You're
here.
the road runner.
Oh yeah, she turns around and she pulls out her phone to call the cops. Like, it is over. I'm like, why would
With
you
her
do
back
with
to
her
Kristen.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
like, that's opportunity right there.
Okay, well, here's the thing, and this is the common soap mistake, is that now Gabby was still being, boss bitch and being like, this is how it is, this is how it's gonna be, not afraid of you, I am a Latina, I don't care about you, Kristen, you're not gonna come up in here and like, it was very that. And then, she was just talking, I was like, no, don't reveal your plan, don't tell what you're gonna do. If you're gonna call the cops, just be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then just like take your phone and like hit it. But she's like, you know what, no, I'm gonna call the cops. And then like they get into that struggle, and then when, like you said, when her back was to her, I was like,
Made me crazy.
I was like, no, take that phone call outside so that you can like, and then you got to do the hello.
For podcast listeners, that's looking over the shoulders.
You gotta look around and be like, hello? Yes, Kristen DeMera is alive. And you're saying this as you're like driving down Salem Avenue. I assume there's a Salem Avenue on your Bluetooth, letting them know where your location is. I was just like, girl, no, don't tell her. But kudos to Stacey Haiduk for the hair toss
Yes.
with the reveal. I was like, yes.
Her hair looked good.
She had a couple of hair toss reveals.
Yeah.
What I'm always, I don't know if you guys notice this, but I'm always like, yes, face for being beat underneath that mask. She always takes it off, and she's just like it's not
Hair and makeup.
Yeah.
God bless you.
It's just like, and then like with her hair kind of tousled.
Yes.
It just still looks like femme fatale. Like, bam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good. She looks good all the time.
Yeah.
But I will say, those hits to the head this week,
They should be dead.
When Stefan and Kristen were struggling and he pushed her and she like hit the side of that table, I felt that.
Yeah.
I was like, ow. But she got up and
But did you notice the sneaky way she got up? Because the camera was panned like this way, and you could only see her legs. And Stefan is like, Gabby, and you see her little feet just kind of go like
like the witch.
Yeah, kind of like I'm gonna sneak, and then she was just like, well, bam, but then she looked at them like, damn.
I know, right?
I gotta carry both of you bitches down here through this tunnel.
Exactly.
And I love that when she carried. Who did she do first? She did Stefan first.
She did the heavy one first.
Yes, she did Stefan first, but those heels were kicked off.
Yes.
She came in
I appreciated that. But when she hit Stefan, she brought her arm way back and just wailed on him, and I thought, that kind of hit, he's got to be dead. Yeah.
Nope.
I like how she mentioned when she was dragging him down the stairs, hitting his head every time.
Oh my gosh, I was laughing out loud.
Bastard son.
Well, now I didn't even think that there were stairs. I didn't think that either.
Oh my God,
I thought there were stairs.
No.
I always thought there were stairs. I always thought it was down. I guess I was just assuming since it...
Like you could just go through tunnels, but you're not actually going down any stairs.
I don't know why I just assumed there were stairs.
I thought it was stairs too. I just got the impression that was more underground.
Yeah.
I thought it was button, and then you just like pick which tunnel you want to go through. Do you want to go out of Salem? Do you want to go to Paris?
I guess maybe I thought that because the secret room back in the day was downstairs, and they made that clear. So maybe maybe that's what I'm thinking about. The butte.
Well, excuse us, Mr. Days of Our Lives super fan. But I like that Gabby and Stefan, listen, if you want to reconnect with someone, get locked in a room with them.
Yeah, and have death be at the doorstep.
Yes. But I think it proved to both of them that they still, despite everything that Gabby has done, there's still a fire.
And that Stefan has done to her.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Because she was like, you did this to my child and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, you stole from me, but I'm going to take my shirt off and you're going to love it. And she's like, I love it. And then she was like,
okay, calm down.
Sorry.
We got into that love scene real quick.
I'm using this as my reel to send over the days for Terrence. But I like that they had the moment just to kind of reconnect, because I think we're very in love with Stabby, and so this was a great way to have them reconnect. So I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. I thought that was good.
I hope they're okay. Then we didn't see them the rest of the week.
I know. I thought of that on Friday. It's like, wait a minute, what happened to them?
Well, what do you think they doing? Okay, so guess what?
They're doing what you were just doing to the microphone a minute ago.
Yeah, don't make those noises.
Oh, that's the ASMR. they're making ASMR video. You know what? Something else for the Dual app. You know, we should probably have a segment called
need our
Dual
own
app.
Yeah.
You know what would be fun is if like they filmed these scenes, but if you go like to the app, you can kind of see maybe conversations of like maybe what they're talking about, what are they doing, almost like a Big Brother live feed kind of, and you can still just you know, and it, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, but it can just be one video that's kind of fast forward through the day where like you see them kind of sit and then maybe like they're cuddle and then you know, or then like trying to find or try to get out and like that could be cute.
That's great.
I mean, that's just me. All right, well, that was Gabby and Stefan. Now on to another somewhat super couple, Anna and Roman and Tony.
Anna is my favorite. Absolutely.
Anna,
she's good.
Anna, I think it's interchangeable.
Potato.
Yeah, she's just like, I don't know.
Why do you like her so much?
I don't know. It's probably the way Leanne plays her, but she's just like so, I don't know. I'm like, oh, Anna. She's so. But what I liked best was when she bought the ring and she was like,
that was classic.
And then she gave it at the end. She was like,
it looks good, yeah. She's like, I got something for you, Roman, but you got me something for the anniversary? And she's like, no, it's the wedding. It's the diamond ring you're going to give to me. I'm like, classic Anna.
She's prepared.
Yes.
That moment for me was hilarious. She brought out this engraved bowl, like, this is for the anniversary, but this is the ring that you're going to give me. And Roman is still, like, not 10,000% on board. He's just kind of, like, going with it and kind of looking at her. And, of course, I hear, do as he's like looking. That's like my friend. I kind of wish they could send me that in a soundbite. I feel like I would use that in my everyday life. I wonder if there's any way to like, if there's a way to make a video of me sipping tea to that song. It'd just be like,
I will say Josh Taylor has the best. I don't know, the whole interaction with them this week just tickled me because Roman like was on board with it, and then whenever Anna would walk away, he would just be like, "Oh Lord, I need a drink."
He gets into these same scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Maddie? Who? Doppelganger. Marlena's doppelganger.
Hattie. Oh, that's
Same
right.
Same scenario. Like pretending, that we're together, and he reluctantly agrees because it serves some kind of greater good. And he's doing the same thing with Anna.
Yeah.
And Marlena is thinking, oh gosh, because even at the party, she's like, so you two are trying to be engaged. Yeah. She's like, well, how's that going so far? Like she knows.
Not well.
No. Yeah. I just love this moment that like, they have so many fun moments together. Like this push pull between Anna and Tony, and she's really like into this whole like Roman thing. Roman is not, but whatever. I think there's times where it's working, but then it's not working, but it's working.
Well, because Tony's trying to stay true to his promise to Krikol, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so not used to Tony. Like when I see him, I expect Andre.
Yeah, me too.
So the choices that he makes upset me because Andre wouldn't be making these choices.
Because it's not Andre.
I know. I'm not used to it though.
It's Tony.
It is Tony.
You know what I have to get used to? Hearing my name on days. Tony. Hey Tony. It's Tony.
You should just record it on replay.
Yeah.
So you can.
Tony.
When they call you to set, Tony.
And I, one day. All right, so that's it with that, right? I mean, plan is still moving forward. Okay, so Will and Sonny, Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys.
I was just gonna call them the Hardy. Yeah. So wait, did they have? Okay, did I miss something last week? Like, I felt like the week started out and they just magically had this box of Xanders. Did we see that happen last week, or did that? Is that the first?
Yeah. No. All of a sudden, Sonny was like, "Look what I got," and he like revealed the suitcase of Xanders.
Yeah.
And the fact that he got Sarah's picture in there.
And like the picture
so
itself.
Cute.
There's got to be like a coordinator on the show who's like choosing the pictures and it's just like, okay, this is an asinine choice. Let's put that one in there. Because it was again like Gabby's, the picture she chose to put on the desk.
The
high school cheerleader picture. And it was
We're all in this together. Okay. But he didn't, there wasn't any indication last week that he stole it. Yeah. But he had it. And they broke into it, and then when they were going through the money book, as I was calling it, my first thought was, who still has that?
Like a bank book? I know.
Who still has a bank book? Although I just had a conversation with my mom. Shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
We were just in Orlando and we were talking about paying bills, and she was like, and I was like, do you still write checks? And she was like, yeah. And then I balanced my bank book, and I was like,
what?
I was like, Mom,
I just do a balance check.
Yeah.
Does that look okay?
You don't have to do that anymore. So I had to explain paying online is okay, and it just automatically takes out. And she's like, I'm still not there yet. but it just kind of reminded me of that, and I was just like, okay, we still have a bank book. But then they were able to see that there was the account history was an offshore account. Mm-hmm. That there was an account in Italy.
A shell account? Is that what they called it?
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's used to camouflage what the money's really used for.
And then there was a Kristen's Italian account. They just got money coming in everywhere. That was still putting money in there even after the death. So they were starting to put all of the pieces of the puzzle together, you know, to be like, you know, and figuring out that basically Kristen is alive.
And then we noticed, I was enjoying this little sleuth, Will and Sonny. It was fun.
Me too.
And then they just kind of fell away.
Yeah.
You know,
they served their purpose.
They served their purpose, but I would like to have seen them sleuth some more. That's really hard to say.
Sleuth. You know what I think it was? I think it would have been great if all the pieces of the puzzle were connected through everyone else. So like throughout the week, maybe Sonny and Will had something, and then
a revelation from different,
and then John and Hope had something, and then Eli, you know, was hearing back from Trask about what Xander could add to it, and then all of a sudden everything just kind of.
I feel like that's kind of what happened. In a way,
kind of did.
Well, this is what happened. I felt like Will and Sonny didn't. Well, it's
told
like
Brady.
Huh?
Are you saying like they didn't tell him like
it's like at the party everyone's piece coming together, you know what I mean? I think what it came together, but it came together in a completely different way that I think excluded everyone else's way. Does that make sense?
Sure.
John's montage in his head.
Yeah.
Those are kind of.
But those were coming.
Will and Sonny were. I don't even know if they were part of that. His brain.
No,
they
because
weren't.
it came from
Brady?
something.
Did it come from Brady? Because Will and Sonny told Brady what they were thinking. And then did Brady ever? I don't remember Brady ever telling John or
No.
Or anyone. Okay.
I think what started triggering.
Okay, I see what you mean then.
What triggered everything was Hope said something to John. Then John heard something that Sarah said, and then Nicole said something to John, and then Kate said something to Marlena to make Marlena say something to John, and then all of a sudden it was like pieces of the puzzle together. Whereas if everyone had their little bits and it was then kind of coming to John in a casual like way of all their bits throughout the week, you know, it would have sparked.
Yeah. I think Sin should have been at that party. I was shocked.
I noticed that.
Yeah, because they were huge. They kind of started the whole part of putting things together last week. So that
Kate was there.
Yeah. So that would have been good for Ben and Sierra to be there for the mask to be unrevealed, because they played a big part in that, hiding under the bed and kind of overhearing stuff, and then telling Hope, and that got the ball rolling. And that's when she's like, "Okay, John, we got to team up together."
They're just in that tiny bed.
Yeah, they're just in that tiny bed.
Just
well, speaking of, we'll go right into John and Marlena and the engagement party and the reveal. This whole like planning the party separate was still funny to me, and that it almost came crashing down when there was a knock at the door.
Oh, my living room, Susan.
Dr. Marlena Hammond! How are you? I just couldn't stay away.
In John's face, what are you doing?
I know,
Yeah.
he was so just like, ugh.
And then it was like, I'm going to the party. Who invited you? And then she kind of had a,
Oh,
well,
she's
your son,
inviting.
well, your son Brady invited me. And then he's like, he was all confused. And then she goes, my favorite was, well, y'all two look like you're going to a party.
Like not
wink,
subtle at
wink.
all.
Way to keep a secret.
My
Wink,
favorite
wink.
part of that scene was when Susan just starts helping herself to the wedding cake.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
And then she double dips. She like,
Oh
and then
my God,
double
I
dips. And John just was like,
cringed when
a
she
drink,
did that.
like, and I don't know if that was planned or what, because
No.
I know it was Deidre. It was Deidre
Deidre was-
/ Marlena in the scene, and she was like, oh, and John,
That's just so gross.
Yeah.
Marlena was
Oh my God.
it's like,
I felt so bad because that cake was for them, and it's Susan, bless her heart, but she just
bless her heart.
Bless her little
Bless
heart.
her heart.
She just starts helping herself, and Marlene's like, okay. And then John walks in, he's like, okay. I guess that's it for the cake.
I know, right? Done.
I also love that they had to keep clarifying that, because they were like, we're celebrating our wedding anniversary. And it's like, well, isn't that when you got shot? So why would you want to celebrate
know.
that? And then they were like, no, we're celebrating our wedding anniversary
33 years ago.
from 33 years ago. And I'm like, they
Didn't
had
she
to
say
keep
when she got
like,
popped? That's how she put it. Well, a year ago was when he got popped. I was like, okay.
She just kept like, they had to keep reiterating that. But when they walked in and everyone was there,
So sweet.
and then John was like, are you surprised? What?
Yeah, they spoke
would I
at
be
the same
surprised?
time.
Yeah.
But I will say, I was really bummed that there weren't any flashbacks.
I know.
I wanted flashbacks.
But we got it last year.
The wedding.
Yeah, we had that last year.
I want it again.
I want when they were
Go on
dancing.
YouTube.
When they were slow dancing. That would have been good for some
That's what I thought it was
flashbacks.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And then nothing. They're just dancing. I'm like, no.
But you know what I thought was shady though? Was when John gives his speech, walks over, and then Hope is like, while Marlena
my
is
God.
talking,
She's like, hey. Even, okay, my husband.
So rude.
My husband was watching it with me, and even he was like, well, that's rude of her to do that.
I wanted to hear that speech.
Yeah.
And then on Friday they were doing the scene. I was like, oh great, maybe they'll redo the scene, but actually we could hear Melena's full speech.
Nope.
And nope, it's still the same.
It's like in Peanuts when the adults are talking, all yours. Wah, 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 wah.
but
Hope, man.
as he trailed off and the flashes started happening, I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, yep, that happened. You got that. I was like, you didn't see that, but you know that happened.
Right.
And then it was like Kristen's face, and then and then it was like Nicole's face, and it was like this whole little montage that came together, and I was like, hot damn ho, here we go. Like stuff is about to hit the fan. And then with Sarah being like, oh, Dr. Rouse, we've been like researching it, and he had this
Came up with
mask.
this crazy idea, like a mask.
You can be anyone you want to be.
Yeah.
You want.
And then John's like,
That's a good John Brown.
but then I thought he knows about that technology because wasn't
Yeah. Who?
because
Roman?
because he was impersonating Roman with the
Yeah.
mask.
I
Was
don't
it
know if
not?
that was Rolf technology.
We've
100
talked
years
about
ago.
this before. Because remember, Rex said my dad Roman was being impersonated by John.
By John.
With the same type of
Yeah,
mask.
this isn't a new story.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because remember when they were there with all the boxes and stuff, and they was going through all of Dr. Ralph's stuff.
Yeah,
They had to pick, and then Rex told the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
completely
familiar
forgot
to
about that,
John.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it made sense.
It was just a reminder
together.
then?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even discovering it. It was just like, oh.
Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is
Okay.
Yeah, but ooh.
And I felt really bad for Eric. I felt
Poor
really
Eric
bad. I
Bear.
know. Just is that a tidbit? Are they part
Yeah.
of the tidbits?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't talk about it then.
Yeah. But then
What?
when the reveal happened.
It's not a tidbit.
I love the fact we'll make it one.
Okay.
I love the fact that
Or we don't have to. You just say it and I'll get
bless
it
her
over
heart.
because it's so tiny.
just say it.
It's not even tidbits.
Oh, go ahead. What say it?
Well,
That's great.
I would.
So
I would think the biggest thought I would have is, then is Nicole alive?
That's what I'm saying.
I think we're getting.
I think she is. I think she could be alive.
I don't think she is because they keep saying that she's dead, and even John mentioned something about the real Nicole not being with us.
I don't know. Just hear me out. Think about Eric and Sarah getting closer, and then suddenly Nicole just pops up. You know, it just. I think it'd be perfect.
If we're to go by what the characters have said, Xander and Kristen have both verbally said that Nicole is dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, if we're going by Days of Our Lives logic, we know it's possible she's
Anything's
alive.
possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
But
So,
if we're gonna go on what the characters have said, then did you hear about Nicole?
Eric
Dead.
has that conversation with Kristen next week, right?
I don't know.
He goes to see her at the police station.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the previews?
Bruce.
Oh, I didn't watch the promo yet. No.
Bruce said no one is dead on Days.
No.
No. Aaron Brody. Kristen is lying. All right, sure.
Well, there's that.
I mean,
thought
no.
that too.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can choose to go by what characters have said, or we can choose to go by Days of Our Lives logic. Two different things.
Well, everyone is saying watch the promo. We haven't watched the promo yet.
The promo.
But can I just say, if I were Brady, I'd be so grossed out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
By
Because
what?
he slept with Kristen.
Yeah.
And he didn't know it. It's like,
John wasn't grossed out years ago when he slept with Susan and thought it was Kristen.
But Brady
Like
still
father,
has,
like son.
Brady still has feelings for Kristen, so I don't think he's completely grossed
but
out.
I mean, I guess just like how could that feeling of, oh my God, how could I not have known?
Yeah.
How could I not have known?
I think deep down he knew, he just wasn't really, he didn't have enough information to put it together. Now, if John spoke to Brady before the party, then I think he started putting two and two together.
Two and two together.
So we had the reveal.
Yeah.
And then the reactions.
Did you see? Of course, you saw it. The way John grabbed her chest.
Okay, the two
to get leverage.
Okay.
To rip. Oh my God.
Okay. Also, when Kate grabbed Susan and was trying to pry the teeth out of her.
Scene.
Oh my
I thought that was
God.
great. I thought it was amazing.
She went in to get the teeth out.
Kate was determined. She's like, "Mitch, come here."
Yeah, oh my God. And grabbing in the mouth.
And then when Kate realized it wasn't Kristen, she's like, "Oh, she had something in her teeth."
What was it that Will said? Like, Grandma, do we have to talk about personal space again?
Establishing boundaries.
Oh my God. But the reveal and all of that was just.
Did you think Kristen had killed her, Susan?
Oh my God, I got scared. Yes,
I was
thought
so
she did.
nervous.
I thought
No.
she did.
You didn't think so?
No.
Well, but I love that they went back and explained it.
Right.
Yeah.
In Susan's way.
Susan?
Well, that's what happened. Like, she kicked it over here, and then she tried to tie me up. I don't
Excuse me?
I don't have these teeth for
Excuse
nothing.
me?
I don't have these teeth for nothing.
Oh my
And then she's like, ooh. I was dying. I was like, she chewed her way out of the room. That's hysterical. Were you okay? I may be jumping a little forward here. I was legitimately shocked when Kristen was dragging Marlena out of the room, and we were just like, it was all of a sudden, bam! I was like,
what?
When Susan came out,
yeah.
like, were you legit shocked? I did not see that coming. That was great.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Kudos, writers.
Yeah.
Although there was a part of me that was like, I was like, oh, why are they doing this to Susan? And I was like,
she's gonna save the day.
Well, here's the technicality of it. Like, imagine trying to shoot that scene with Susan still being there,
right?
And Kristen, you know what I mean? And
they had to have them. Yeah,
it was like okay.
Logistically, it was a little rough. Yeah,
we got to get rid of you so that way it can just be that,
and we can have everyone out on time. Yeah, yeah. No overtime today.
No overtime.
No overtime. That's lunch. I'll wait. I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that. All right. So that was it.
Yeah.
With the engagement and
So
the
good.
reveal.
The reveal
it
was perfect.
It was so good. And another hair toss. Oh, love it.
Stacy.
Oh snap. Okay.
Yay!
Y'all are in for a treat.
So my living word.
I am sorry. I just received the note. I don't know if this person is going to come in or not, but you guys may be in for a super treat in just a second. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. But we have a little bit of business to go off of. As you guys know, we are the ESPN of TV Talk, and we love and adore your support, and we can't do this without you. So right now, while you're watching us live, go ahead and click that subscribe button, so that way when your favorite shows on this channel are going live, you can join in and tune in on the conversation. Also, make sure you leave us a comment, so that way, again, you're involved in the conversation. It's all great things. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and don't forget to tell your friends. And keep enjoying our shows. This announcement is brought to you by the kind folks here at the AfterBuzz TV.
Thank you.
All right. So, sorry. I just got really excited.
I know.
I hope
about Kate and Mr. Shin.
Yes.
I love them. I wish Mr. Shin would stay in Salem for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love them together.
Me too.
He's kind of wheeling her in, kind of massaging her, like, come on, Kate. We need boss bitch back.
I would love for her to be the boss to take over.
Me too.
Well, and I was thinking if this is probably going to happen, but if they uncover Gabby and Stefan together, they're going to be in bed. So then they're going to question everything that those two are going for.
Yeah.
So then they might be like, nope, Gabby, you're done. Yeah. They might bring Kate in. They could do it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I like the idea because, and even Kate kind of mentioned almost like kind of how they kind of shunned her out.
She has every reason
she's
to
like,
not.
why would I come back?
Yeah. But what I like is that her loyalty lies with Titan.
Right now.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's something to maybe put some. I think there's going to be more exploration, or maybe they'll just drop it. But it made Victor kind of go,
yeah.
What's happening? And then she's just over there like, just enjoying my martini.
Martini number 4.
And she's the first one to drink at that anniversary too, the anniversary party.
I hope there's an open bar.
I think she was the most relieved when the unveiling happened. She was the most relieved.
So relieved.
So that was great.
So that was that tidbit, and then Chloe and Brady had a moment
before the party.
Yeah.
She has an audition.
Yes.
In New York.
So good.
Yeah.
In New York for a spot.
Yep.
So she's like not only blah, blah, blah about this party, but she's also trying to get that audition together.
Yes.
So that's interesting. All right. And then that was that. And then Trip, JJ, Haley.
Why is that? I was so gung-ho.
I don't know.
Now it's like, wah, wah, wah.
It's not very exciting.
Well, Trip knows he has no chance. JJ's like, he's starting to pick up on it. That's why he wants him and Haley to move out. He's trying to cover for, this isn't good for Haley and what she's experiencing. But really, he can sense that something's going on with Trip and Haley. So he's like, look, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, so we'll see what happens.
But they're moving out.
Yeah.
JJ suggested that they move out.
Right.
And I was just kind of like, so Trip, what you gonna do with this big old?
I know.
Well, no, he already had to find a roommate once. Now he's going to be back to square one finding another
Who's going to be
roommate.
his new roommate?
Who?
I said, who's going to be his new roommate? Well,
Terrence. Y'all love how one day it's gonna happen, I promise. And then I can stop talking about it. And then that was it. That was this week of days.
Yeah.
Well, Maggie and Victor had a moment.
Maggie and Victor.
Like a touching moment. Like Victor redeemed himself a little bit, giving her the 10-week chip. Is that what he gave her?
Right.
Oh,
the 10-week chip.
That was sweet.
That was a great moment.
He was kind of like, I know you only think that I'm, he's like basically saying like, oh, I do pay attention.
He's got a lot to make up for.
So yeah, he's starting. So I get kudos to Victor.
Yes. And I like that she even pointed out like, oh, I didn't think you cared, and it really showed that he did. So I'm glad that they definitely had that moment together. Cute. It was great. All right, so that is it. Oh, we totally forgot about our role play.
Oh yes.
Okay. So picture it. John and Marlena's engagement party. The reveal is about to happen. We here have seen everyone's reaction to the reveal, and we want to show you guys what we would have done if we were attending the party. So we're going to do a little role play. We're going to pretend like we're there. We're going to play the clip, and we're going to show you our reaction to the reveal. In 3, 2, 1, action.
She's behind Kate's kidnapping and also Ted's murder. Hold on. No, she's not. You're right. Nicole would never. You want to do the honors or should I? I don't know. Oh, excuse me. What are you two talking about? What the hell are you doing?
And scene.
You guys, I think we're gonna get hired on as extras. Yay!
I love the fact, first of all, me and Tami were over here like in it.
We're professional background people. We're not pretend that.
You guys, leave a comment below. Let us know how you think we did. All right, let's head it on to our segments. And we're gonna start with my segment, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. All right, listen, y'all. I was getting my entire life when the montage came on, when Jean Black was sitting there and putting all of the pieces of the puzzle together, from what Sarah said, from what Kate said, from what Marlena told her, and they were putting all the clips together and putting it all together in this wonderful montage, and I was just at the edge of my seat thinking, okay, here we go, the reveal is about to happen. So, when you entered the mind of John Black and you are putting all the things together because you are a part of the ISA and one of the top detectives in Salem, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
All right.
And Kristen's face looks like the mask.
Mm-hmm.
They did something. Like, this is so creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this week it's going to the ladies. It's going to Suzanne Rogers and Lindsay Godfrey in their matching green outfits. Miss Suzanne is in a dominant jacket in green velvet, available at revolve.com, on sale for $80, however, available in tall sizes only. Now, Miss Lindsay is in a Reformation Emma wrap dress. I love this blouse. I think she's worn it a couple times before. It's a V-neck silky blouse in a green floral pattern. Retails for $128. You can find similar styles on the Reformation? No. The Reformation.com. That has been it for
Designer Days. And now it's time for Caption That.
All right, this week's Caption That photo comes courtesy of Stefan, aka Brandon Barat, and his intense look as he's trying to grab the orb or whatever you want to call that whatever that they got at Joann Fabrics probably.
Yes.
And this week's caption goes to Christensen Thompson on Instagram with her quote, "No, that's my daytime Emmy."
exactly.
That's a good one.
So good.
Good one.
Good.
And
Short
that-
but sweet, and that was, sorry. Short but sweet, but that was this week's
Caption That. All right, and now, Ryan didn't do the soundbite.
No, we didn't. But it's coming soon.
Yes. Well,
Stay
now it's
tuned.
time for the moment of the week.
All right, for this week, it goes out to our beloved super couple, John and Marlena. He gets her the top of their wedding cake, and the dialogue is just really what gets me. John says, "The way I figured is we don't officially have a cake, and we tied the knot in November, and we didn't get a chance to eat the cake at our real wedding because," and Marlena says, "I got shot."
Popped.
She got popped.
Sorry, I got popped. Popped. And then he's like, "I had faith that you were going to wake up, Doc, to be able to enjoy this moment. Would you like to indulge in some freezer burn?" He's like, "Take a bite." John, "Would you like some more?" Marlena, "Nothing would make me happier." And then Susan Banks comes in and helps herself for the second.
And that was your moment of the week. All right, and now it's time for some news and gossip.
There we go.
TV News.
All right, first...
Kind of take your time with the news and gossip.
Right, okay. We want to send out a huge congratulations to our friend who's been here a few times, Olivia Rose Keegan.
Yay!
I know, she may not be in Salem, but that doesn't mean you can't see her on the television because she just booked a primetime role, the role of Emma in season 2 of the primetime series All American.
Yeah.
Is this your picture, Michael?
Yeah, that's a very good
That's such a
picture
great
for
picture
Michael.
of Miss
Thank
Liv.
you.
That's
Good job,
good.
Michael Mattes.
Great. Love it.
I hate to see what her role is. I mean, how it's going to develop.
Yeah.
The series... I'm not going to tell you about the role. The series follows a high school football player in Beverly Hills. Season 2 premieres October 7th on the CW network, and Olivia's episode airs October 14th.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Good for
Congrats,
her.
Olivia.
Congrats.
Yay.
Congrats. Okay, and another congratulations goes out to our friend Martha Madison, who is celebrating her 12th anniversary with her husband AJ. She looks gorgeous.
Yes.
Pretty.
We wish you both many more years to come.
Congratulations, Martha.
That's such a cute
AJ.
picture of them. Look at that.
She doesn't take a bad picture. She looks
Never
good.
takes a bad
Remember when
picture.
in Ontario last year, and she was like, "I look awful" because
She
she was
looked
sick,
amazing.
and she still looked. I
come
was like,
on.
"What are you talking about?"
Right. She looks
still
so
looks
good.
so good. Yeah. Well, we have some fan event news to tell you about from our friends at Starstruck Fan Events. Their Starstruck Got Talents event in Myrtle Beach has been postponed. They will announce a new date later in the year or early next year. But we have an exciting update about this year's Yesterday's event taking place, I believe, November 8th before Day of Days, November 9th, Friday evening.
Yes.
Such a great
Our
weekend.
friends Paul and Keith have just announced that joining in the fun will be Ari Zucker and Shawn Christian. Ariane and Shawn will be throwing a pre-Yesterday's VIP happy hour right before the main event. Woo! Yes. Tickets for this special VIP event are on sale now. Or if you've already bought a Yesterday's ticket, you can upgrade your ticket. You can upgrade your ticket and buy a VIP ticket with at a discount.
Yes.
Full information can be found at starstruckfanevents.com or Starstruck Fan Events 2 on the Twitter.
On the tweet.
Last year was my first time attending.
Yeah.
It was
It's a
amazing.
fun time. Yeah.
We all went.
so
It
much
was
fun.
super fun,
Yeah.
and it was great to see past cast members.
Oh, yeah.
Back. Yeah.
Like a lot of them.
And and reconnecting and seeing fans. We always get thrown off because like people are like, oh my god, you're from Dishin Days, and
Yeah.
it's like who?
Huh? What?
Oh, what?
Like, oh yeah.
We do that.
It was weird, like having people come up to us and
Yeah.
be like, "Oh," I'm like,
Yeah.
And from out of the country. Like,
Yeah.
oh yes, I'm from Australia and I watch a show. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Really quick, I meant to mention this. So I watched the next week's preview on silent, but I could still tell. I can still tell what's going to happen. There are some more reveals that are going to be happening. So
Yeah.
I
ain't over
I can't
yet.
wait. No,
Not just getting
listen,
started.
It ain't over till it's over.
Is anything ever over on Days?
No.
Like as soon as
Well,
you
no.
think you have it
53
figured
years
out,
later, it's not over.
we don't want it
It's
to be.
54.
and then even more happens. There's more happens. It's like me.
more happens.
More happens.
Tony
Moore.
to set.
All right, so our guests,
Plural. We got two
plural,
of them.
have arrived. We
Podcast
have
listeners, happy dance.
Happy dance.
Happy dance.
We have live in our studio Ms. Ari Zucker and Shawn Christian.
What?
How could that be? Us in the same room?
What happened?
Amazing.
Surprise.
I just parked in her car, so
It's a park-
Oh god.
Well, Shawn was a surprise to all of us because
Yeah.
we were sitting here doing the show, and then they write notes up there, and they were like, "Ari's here," and then they put, "Shawn is here too?" Question mark. and I just went,
We all just kind of went.
oh, because at first I was like, Shawn. I was like, who's?
Right.
Because they spelled it the different way.
Oh, S-E-A-N?
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yes.
There's only one Shawn.
I was
Surprise.
like, it just got good.
Yeah, trouble. I'll behave. I'll be on my best behavior.
I had a
That was the
stowaway. I had a stowaway. He wouldn't let go of my leg. We were like, I'm dragging him out. Like, okay, you can come on the show.
It's like, listen, I gotta go. No, I gotta go.
No.
It's so fantastic to see both of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Likewise, yeah.
It's been forever.
Forever.
I've seen you guys, and you both.
Since the passing of Dr. Jonas, to be honest.
I know.
You were saying, is it ever really over? And I was like, I kind of think, sometimes it's over.
It's just over.
But now with everyone coming back, I'm like, did Daniel Jonas get shot by the needle?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he somewhere retiring as well?
Yeah, my evil doppelganger out there for sure. That is not any spoiler alert. I'm just throwing things out here.
All
It's not out of the realm of
you never know.
This is true. Well, this whole, we call it the Nicole storyline.
Yes.
To combine Kristen and Nicole.
Stacey and I have hashtag our own name, and we've decided that we like starry eyes. Because we both have the same,
yes,
bright eyes and starry, S-T-A-R-I.
Yes. I like that.
I'm just saying.
I like it.
It's good.
So we had Stacey and Paul here a few weeks ago, and
it was so funny.
It was hilarious, and we found out from Stacey just like what her reaction was to coming back to being on the show, and then also this whole storyline. So for you, Ari, what was your reaction to getting that call? Like, hey, we want you back, but also we're gonna do the story in this way.
Well, they didn't tell me right off the bat.
They're so smart.
Yes.
They're so smart.
It's like, do you want to come back? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I typically don't like to know storyline too far ahead because I feel like it messes with your head. Because if you're going to try and keep it fun for yourself, it's better to not have that kind of knowledge. Some people love it. Some people want to know exactly what's happening and be in the know. I'm like, I'd like to be in the not know.
And that's why I'm here.
So
she didn't know. She likes that.
She likes surprises, all that kind of stuff.
It's like, okay.
Oh, Sean's coming. But it was. I'm so glad because the storyline leading up to that, I don't know if I would have been emotionally connected to the loss of Holly at the time, which I thought was Holly.
Yeah.
And of course, reconnecting with Eric. And when I did find out, okay, so now we're going to tell you what it is. I was like, do I have to get a mask put on my face? Because I'm going to be really claustrophobic. They're like, I'm like,
oh, so you had to, because we know Stacey had to.
Yes.
So you had to as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you had the whole prosthetic pre-thing done?
I did,
God.
and it was insane. And so of course, my apologies because I forgot his name, but he did Beetlejuice and he designed. He's been around a long time, and but he was lovely. So he really walked me through it, thank God, and it felt like I was getting a facial. But then I hit something like this, and it's getting a little heavy. If you notice the mask is like this, it's me, but it's this. It's like, can we get that about basement? It's really funny. And then he's like, well, whatever you do, don't relax too much. I'm like, I can see that. It's really funny. But
well, now it sits on the fireplace, so it's good. That's awesome. It's really cool.
So creepy.
Oh, it's creepy. We decorated for different holidays. Halloween's coming up.
He puts different wigs on it. I don't know.
Love it. I love it.
TMI there.
It's almost like the Mrs. Doubtfire with face that was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining now you can go through the era of Nicole. You can have the short crop or the long bob. Just give it different little.
Do whatever with it.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too.
I'm gonna come over and add a
put
wig.
it on.
You should, yeah. Do something up.
You'll be the stylist.
That would be great.
We talked about that when they were here. How if we had the mask, how
what
it would be.
Do?
Can you imagine if we showed up all right, today I am Ari, and here we are, and got it.
Action.
But this storyline has been so interesting, and it's so great to see how you and Stacey are playing it. And I feel because Nicole has been on the canvas for quite some time, but every time she's come back as someone, I don't want to say different, but there's been a different take on Nicole because she continues to grow. Yeah. So for you, how fun was it this time around knowing the storyline and being oh, I can kind of really have fun with Nicole?
So much fun.
Yeah.
This character was so much fun because I could literally do anything and it's fine.
Yeah.
And they're not going to say, most likely not going to say no, within reason.
They're not going to rein you in.
No, and Stacey, her mannerisms, she's so physical,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I think that Stacey and I share the same brain a little bit, but and she's just so rich and so full of just yumminess, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just take that and then put my thing into it, and then hopefully it's something like Kristen. And there were some funny things. I saw the Thursday's air show. I sometimes don't get to watch it in time, but I thought they did a really great job considering, you know,
So
people
much.
are pulling masks off. But I did like that it wasn't just so two-dimensional. It's like, here's the storyline, here's the reveal, bleh. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Stacey did such a good job after the mask was pulled off.
And your tags, just when we thought that the scene ends, you would add a ha. There were just tags
Just a
that
look.
were
Your facial
so
expressions were like off the chart. It cracked me up.
It was almost like during the party, like you were just over it. Like you were over that
And you were
conversation.
so aggravated with this mask.
It's just kind of like I feel like the past maybe 2 weeks or so, there's been a hair thing. Like you'll do something and then it's just like, oh my gosh, like I just have to go.
Fixing
like,
it, making sure it's
because
working
it was always
right.
a little like something.
Yeah, it was always like, well, I was trying to make it like the, you know, like
the wig.
Yes,
Yeah.
like something wasn't just, it was something was off about it, you know. And maybe she's getting a little sloppy and a little careless, and you know, people are starting to put two and two together because she's, you know, falling for Brady.
I'm curious.
Or already
Really quick,
Since-
Ari.
Oops.
Just a little. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm not yelling loud enough. I thought I was yelling out there.
Is she talking? What's happening right now?
You gotta have your Brittany Janet moment.
All right, I got it.
No, but to be in that this big reveal scene, as a viewer, we see the whole thing because it's one character. How does it feel to play that scene and then at the moment, like the reveal's done, you as an actress are just done? Like, did you feel like you don't get like the
Is it really?
like you don't get like are you missing some kind of like fulfillment like creatively because not just because you're not in it but because you don't get to be a part of like the reveal and the reaction
Yeah.
is it like just kind of like wait
They're just holding your face.
yeah exactly
I was like, do I get paid for that? I mean, I'm okay not working, but you're holding my face.
That is my likeness.
Yes. I had to lay in that sucker for 30 minutes and not be able to breathe. I'm gonna get paid for that. I was so sad when the mask came off. I have to say. I mean, of course, it's I wish I could play Kristen, but I also don't wish I could play Kristen because you know Stacey did such a beautiful job. It is such a fun character. Oh my gosh, she's just so crazy and well written, and she's so vital to the show because you have to have someone like her.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't anyone like her.
Yeah, who's
you
on
know?
rails. Yeah.
Ah, it's just the best. And yet she finds some truth and heart somewhere in there to keep moving forward, and people find a way to, or at least Brady is the only one really finds a way to forgive her.
Yeah.
He's a softie.
Oh, Brady. Oh, Brady.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
You were like depressed when you got home. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I'm not playing Kristen anymore.
That was actually a question I had. Like, are you able at this point, because you've been playing Nicole forever, and to turn it off at the end of the day? Because this round was.
Is this a question for me or a question for Shawn?
I'm like, do you want to play Nicole tonight? What's happening?
It's like, who are you? Who answered the door at home?
Yeah, I do. I shut it off immediately because I'm kind of just nuts and fun and whatever and crazy mom. And we, you know, by the time I'm done with work, it's time to pick up Izzy, and then we have dinner and we do this, and you turn on mom mode and fun mode, or is it play date day? Is it tap day? Is it soccer day? Is it tutor day? Is it? So you have to shut all that off.
It's not your day.
It's not my day anymore. And she's such an active kid, but really, I've always shut it off. Like, you know, the line of the fourth wall. I'm like, especially when I was pregnant, you know, your body just doesn't know the difference. So if you go and you're playing it real, you go into depressed mode, or you can. It's easy to get really sad. But people must have thought I was nuts. Probably my daughter too. But I'd be having these emotional scenes. I think it was during EJ's storyline and that baby switch storyline.
Yes.
And I'd be crying, and then as soon as they cut, I'm like, just kidding, mommy, And then they're like, okay, next scene.
It's probably because like when you're pregnant, like the child feels everything. So if you're like acting, you have to be like, no, mommy's just acting. We're working.
Everything's fine.
So either people think I'm nuts or really fun. I'm not sure which one it is.
That's funny. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, the last time Stacey's in studio, she mentioned that you guys would kind of watch each other so you can live Kristen through both Nicole and her, and you guys would kind of pick up on certain traits. You described it earlier, but was there anything in particular that you would do that kind of said, okay, how am I going to like make this Kristen? Like, is there like a technique that you had, or you just kind of just went for it?
Yeah.
I did. I winged it a little bit because the character is so dialogue heavy.
Yeah.
So it's you have to play. I had one monologue and I was sitting talking to, I think when you first start seeing Nicole and Xander working together, and you're like, why is Nicole working with Xander?
Yeah.
And I had some crazy 2-page monologue, and it was just full of stuff. And I didn't know what I was doing. And at some point, I'm like, oh, it's a minute, and then and I was just like,
It's a Looney Tune cartoon.
It really is, and you just kind of like it's just this weird switch that flips on to be able to not have any boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like I could have a ton of freedom, and so that's kind of where I guess that is a focus. I guess that is that I can jump right into that and just let go.
Yeah, because I felt like when Nicole came back, we were like, oh, it's Nicole, and we're used to how you play it, and we were like, okay. And then I feel like we could tell the switch when finally you and Stacey were in on the joke, like, haha, you guys are playing each other, and now it's like, oh. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think in that moment, like if you, and I know that you don't want to know storyline when you first come back, but if you had known then, would you have played any of your early scenes any differently?
I think it would have tripped me up a little bit, knowing that I was Kristen, because maybe, you do hold back, and I had to be so cruel to Eric.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
His character.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would have dove in. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I am but for sure, super glad I didn't know.
Yeah.
It makes the emotional scenes a lot harder to do when you know you're duping someone. Because you do have to dive into it if you're going to, if in order for it to feel real. In those very quick moments.
Because we were in it, we were like, yay! We were excited that like Nicole was coming back. It was like, yay, you survived the fire, girl! Like, welcome back to Salem, yay! Ooh, you're burned or whatever. And then it was like, you don't.
That's why all my hair fell off.
Right.
It was in the fire. That's why I was so short.
Good answer.
Shawn, for you, because I know that there has to be like pillow talk about like what's happening like on set and things like that.
Oh yeah.
When you were hearing about the storyline and what she was doing on set, what was your take on it? And then to now like see it like played out.
Yeah, well, I loved her doing this. For her, it's very cathartic because she's got so many different colors inside of her to just be free.
Yeah.
Some of them crazy and
I'm
fun,
a Gemini.
which is lovely.
Yeah.
So for her to be able to be able to express that, you could see she'd come home just on fire and alive and happy, letting it go, of course. But then, the silly, nutty self, as you just go, oh my God, how was your day? And she just went off. Like, oh my God, I got to go here and go to this planet and in her mind. So to watch somebody be able to do that, certainly as someone who creates, you go, that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's you hope for.
Yeah.
And for her to take the reins like that and just run with it 20-fold to see how it's playing itself out, you just go, honey, you are having an amazing time. And it shows.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Oh.
Stop. Moment of the week.
All moment of the week goes to these two.
Thanks. Yay!
Then she'd go, what's for dinner?
Oh, I know, I'm so spoiled.
People in the chat room are saying, Shawn, they loved the Instagram video that you did with Izzy, the dance with her.
Get up.
I enjoyed it too. I was like, look at him. He's got some moves.
Yes, Izzy was very like, no, Shawn, before we record this, no, we're going to work on this part. She was getting so frustrated.
Oh, she was just like, I mean, could potentially be a choreographer. So like on point. Like, no, not that. Don't get too creative. And I'm all like, let me just bust a move, do this and that.
It's like, no, stay in this
that's
box.
not in the thing. What I do. I know you want to do all that. And so, because I'm more freeform, I'm like, let me just go with the rhythm.
We had lessons for a week and a half.
Oh my gosh, it was hysterical.
This was a production.
Right after
it
dinner.
wasn't just an on-the-fly video.
The behind-the-scenes video.
No, it was work.
Oh my gosh. And she's like, we're clowning around having such a great time. She's like, you guys aren't focusing. You aren't focused. We're just having fun. She's
like, don't embarrass me.
Okay, just don't embarrass me.
You might have a little
director.
Oh my gosh.
Next thing you know, you guys are going to be in a short film directed by Izzy.
Oh, for sure. She's definitely a leader.
Yeah.
You know, whenever we go shopping, she's like, Mom, do you really need that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, you already bought that one, and so do you need the same? I'm like, but it's in 2 colors. Just come back and get it.
just save this for me over here. I'll be back.
Why is shopping from your daughter? That is hysterical.
Oh, she's great. We took her zip lining in Hawaii. Like I got this. I'm putting this. Talking about videos.
Yeah.
Put this video together, which I'll post in the next couple of days. I hope. Of us going tandem on a zip line, and her before and getting ready, and her reaction, and just like her focus is just on like wants to know how I'm going up, how am I getting strapped in, what's going to happen, and let it all go once we float.
Producer, director, no question.
Absolutely.
No question.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She's a blast.
I forgot what I was going with that.
You're like, wow, I see him tandem on a zip line. Yeah. It's like, what's happening right now?
I went upside down on the zip line.
Oh, wow.
I got that footage too, so that'll be coming out.
That was so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. I'm no bungee jumping, no jumping out of an airplane. That was the extent of my heights. I was like upside down bungee jumping. Zip lining. Yeah.
So for those of you who are asking if we're going to take phone calls, we will be taking phone calls, and as soon as I get the phone number up, we will give that to you.
One of these days, one of us will make a note of it.
One day,
we'll have the thought in mind to do that.
I've only been doing the show for 4 years, and
someday we'll remember that number.
One day I'll remember that number. Oh, look, there it is. It's 424-354-8302. Again, that's 424-354-8302. Call in with your questions, comments for both Ari and Shawn. And we'll take you live. We'll be great. All right, so
you know that thing.
Do the thing, and then they'll say something.
Yes. Yeah. So Shawn, it's been a while since we've seen you on Days, but you've definitely kept busy. Once the show has ended, you've been in movies on Lifetime. Which, by the way, if you're home on a Saturday and flip through the channels, you just get sucked into any Lifetime. Like it could be towards the tail end, and you're like, thank God it's coming on again because I want to know what happened.
My husband and I play a game when we watch Lifetime movie, like the Who Did It, and
nice.
I'm usually wrong.
Yeah,
I'm usually wrong.
I don't.
It's a fun game.
I can't even play that game because I always get it wrong. I just wait.
Yeah.
I just wait until they reveal, and I go, you know what? It makes sense now.
I knew it.
And then I wait for the next movie to come on. I'm like, all right, here we go. There's another train to come on. But catch us up. Let us know what. I mean, it's a lot to go through.
Yeah, no, I'll give you the sort of the cliff notes of it. Yeah. I had such a great experience with Hallmark with Love in the Sun, which is a script that I wrote. I got to be, negotiated to be in it, which was great. And that was such a wonderful experience. I had a meeting with the development team over at Hallmark recently. So of the shows that I talked about and pitched, a couple of them we're going to talk about really getting developed.
Oh, nice.
Which is fantastic. And then, of course, the independents that I've been putting out. One, somehow, Spanners has taken off. I don't know, on YouTube it's just sort of blowing up, and I don't know why. But now we're going to distribute that into China.
Nice.
Or in Japan, sorry. So we'll send it over there, and we'll see if the thing has legs. But that's really what you do when you hustle. And of course, I produce travel and adventure content for my own stuff for destinations, hotels, and resorts, and that's part of my directing, producing experience as well. What I mean, I'm like a one-man circus because I'm like flying drones. I'm like, I've got underwater cameras, and I'm like, honey, stand over here, Like, what are you doing now? I'm like, don't worry.
Can't you just enjoy the trip?
There are times though. I'm like, literally, she's like, I got to put my camera camera down. I got to stop and enjoy the moment. Because, I'm not producing every second of my life.
Yeah, well, packing is already hard enough. Now you're going to add all this gear and stuff to it. I can only imagine how. Look, I have trouble, like, if I'm going on a 5-day trip, I got to pack 8 outfits, and that's trouble within itself.
Yeah, you're like, I got a lunch, I got this, I got that. 2, 4, 6 pairs of shoes.
Underwear. Oh, I need these socks. Oh, these shoes got to go with this outfit. It's the only outfit, but I got to bring these shoes.
That's me now, but a tech nerd. It's pretty much, okay, where's my hard drive? Okay, how many cards do I got? How many cameras do I got?
Yeah. And then you show up with a backpack with your clothes, and it's like, what?
Izzy and I pack really, really small, and we got to wait for Shawn at the luggage claim.
Big old bag of gear. Yeah, that's me. I'm like a traveling circus monkey.
That's awesome.
We're patient.
Yeah. We have our first caller. We'll take that. Hello. Well, there we are. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kimberly from Maryland.
Hey, Kimberly from Maryland.
In surround sound.
I was like, whoa.
We're familiar with a lot of our callers, which is great. We're like a little family around
I love
here.
it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's special.
So, Kimberly, what's your question or comment for Ari or Shawn, or Shawn?
Well, I have a comment for Shawn and then a comment and a question for Ari. My comment for Shawn is I started watching you on As the World Turns, I believe in '94, and you look just about the same.
Thank you. Oh, bless your soul. Thank you.
He's happy.
Yes, I am happy. I am definitely happy within. I don't have the blonde hair. Finished highlighting for the moment until the next surfer role. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was my first big role, so I enjoyed it.
And then I have a comment and a question for Ari. My comment is my favorite scene with you is the one with Sammy where she kept slapping you to get you to admit that Sydney was her baby. Your reaction every time she slapped you was just so crazy. I love that scene.
Thank you. Yes, and we're when Allie and I worked together, we got to a point where we trusted each other so much. I'm like, just hit me. We're good.
We're good. Just do it.
Yeah, we know like that exact mark. We don't even have to look anymore. We're like, whoosh. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
And then my question was, when you got to play Christian, when she had like looked at people like when Eric was all his whining and the way she was talking to Marlena, do you ever, as Nicole, feel that way? Like you wish you could just tell people that?
Yeah, I do. If one more person tells me how barren I am, I think I'm going to lose it. I'm like, that's not a nice thing to say to somebody. Right. I'm like, I do. I think that there are some characters, because it's still sort of ingrained in Nicole, the old, the way she used to be. And so I think she has to suppress it, where she's like, no, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. But I'd like to. It is really fun to do that, though. It's on the show, especially when I was playing Kristen. I'm like,
yeah.
She gets to say everything that
Nicole wanted
everybody else wants to say.
Yeah.
The irreverent characters are always fun.
Yeah. We liked this week when Kristen, Nicole, took Susan into the room and she pulled out the gun and she was just dancing. You're just like,
party's over for you.
I was like, she is having a ball in this role. Like, she's just like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to you and it's fine.
Let's go. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kimberly, for calling in. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kimberly.
All right. Gone. And we'll take now I see it. We'll take this next caller.
It's okay. It's 30 seconds too late.
That's it. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Sabina.
Hey, Sabina. How are you?
I have missed getting to see you guys at the events, Ari and Shawn. I really hope that I get to see you guys again soon. I've met you a number of times in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So.
Love Atlanta.
Love that city. I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm so sad I can't make it out to LA for the event that you guys are getting ready to do in November. But my boyfriend Tim and I are going to be in Honolulu, Hawaii, and then Sydney, Australia.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
That's great. What are those dates?
Not a bad vacation.
I mean, we could do an appearance there. I'll bring my travel gear.
Yeah.
That's right. You guys just got added to Yesterday's on November 8th. That event that's happening here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise! I'm just kidding. I knew about it.
Put that on our calendar.
Just when you thought Days had surprises, we too at Dishin Days have surprises too. Don't worry, there's more to come. No.
Exactly.
Did you have any other question or comment?
So yeah, I just wanted to say hi. I have missed, like I said, seeing them at the event, and wanted to introduce them to my boyfriend Tim and let him say hi.
Hi, Tim.
Tim.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
How's it going?
Hi, gang. I've heard so much about y'all, and I've so much enjoyed watching Days because Sabina was the one that got me involved here not quite a year ago, and we've just been glued to the TV ever since. And I am a true Days fan. I've been to several Days events with her. And of course, I've heard a lot about you, Tony, and Shawn. Shawn. Yeah. But
so we get mixed up. We kind of look alike. It's okay. It happens all the time.
You guys can meet too at an event.
Yeah,
but Shawn, yes. I mean, for you and Ari, I'm very much looking forward to meeting both of y'all at some point.
Oh, thank you very much. I think we're having a post event here in LA, like a happy hour with us.
That's the one Tony offered. But they're going to be in Honolulu and Sydney.
Yeah, when are we going to be in Honolulu?
Yeah, it's literally at that time of the event. We're going to be out of town.
Oh,
okay. Maybe we hook up in Sydney.
If you've got some special places that we should go to there in Honolulu or in Sydney, if y'all have been, then let us know.
We were in Sydney for a day's event. We were there.
Well, if you guys like at being active, we did, and I'm sure Honolulu has it. We were on Kauai, but the ATVs.
Oh my gosh, do the ATVs.
Wow. We had a blast. And if you like getting muddy, because it's sunny and it's rainy and it's just all weather and it's so fantastic. But we had a blast on it. I drove. That was scary. Sorry, Shawn.
That was good. The votes had you. I said, who would you rather have drive?
I've been to Kauai.
Yeah,
it's beautiful there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, then Apollo Coast, we took one of those Zodiac boats out, like 30 minutes, and then you snorkeling. Do it all, man. Get out.
With sea turtles.
I grew up on Pensacola Beach, so I am looking forward to getting on a surfboard.
Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
It's me and I can't do it. I can't.
No sharks, no.
I can't.
With the ocean?
Well, that. And also surfing. Like, in my mind, I feel like I could be really good, but the concept of, like, laying and then swimming and then popping up on water.
It looks beautiful from afar. And by the way, it's daunting. If you got a big wave coming, I mean, it looks pretty to watch it, as you know. Yeah. But you get turned over, and it's not a.
That's when I'm just like, nope. We're just gonna. All right, that was fun.
Drift back in. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for calling in, and have a wonderful and safe trip. And
yes.
Thank you.
The event.
Yes.
Thank you, and definitely Ari, you have really crushed it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Your.
Oh my God! They literally just cut out.
Amazing.
Well, I'm gonna fill in the blanks. You have been great and wonderful and killing it on Days, and they've enjoyed watching you.
There you go. Thank you. Because I was really lost.
Do you ever get a feeling like? Do you ever get that feeling where you didn't know what the storyline was going to entail when you first came back, but then once you got in it, you're like, do you have this feeling like, oh my gosh, this is going to be huge, or this is going to be
Sometimes
amazing?
I look at the script and I go, how am I gonna make everybody still not hate me? But this one seemed real. Well, I mean, again, I just love the character Kristen.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm like,
is there
a little excited?
Is there a particular scene from this storyline that you remember where you left and you were like, I just crushed it. I'm so proud of myself. I just nailed it. Anyone that stands out to you?
There are scenes where I feel really good about them. Like that, I felt like, wow, I almost don't even remember it. Mm-hmm. That's how connected I was for sure. There was a time in my first baby switch. So I know I've had a few of them. My very first baby switch storyline. it was the first time I think as an actress I had really started to feel connected to my own emotions, and I've been working with this acting coach who really gets you in touch with just the feeling. I don't even need anything attached to it, so I was really working hard on that, and I really loved that storyline. It ended up being so popular, and it lasted 2 years. Typically, they're only maybe 3 months, and then you move on through a new 3 to 6 months, whatever. But yeah, this one lasted a long time, so I was really proud of that. I mean, it's an ensemble cast, so there's never any just you doing a great job. But that whole story was my favorite.
Nice.
And also a little time being married to Victor when we were not getting along. And
So
he's
priceless.
pushing me out a window and like just thought, God, I love that man. And
My
he's
favorite
wonderful.
was the attempting to, if I have this right, attempting to kill him in the bathtub
with Jan Spears.
Yes.
It was Jan.
It was
Yeah.
Jan.
Yeah,
She was using Jan
I didn't
Spears.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She got her hands clean.
Let's try to get away with it.
There's always fun to be had when Nicole comes back. Like we were.
Jan, you gotta plug it in.
Stupid. What are you, new to this?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you lock Shawn up in a cage? You know what you're doing, girl.
Oh, God.
All right, let's take another caller. We've had some people anxiously waiting.
Sorry.
Oh no,
No worries.
it's totally fine. We'll take this one. Hello, caller. I always feel like this creepy sales guy. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Hello, caller.
You're on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. It's Dwight, I think. Yeah? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dwight.
Hey, Dwight.
How are you?
We're great.
We're
How
good.
are
How are
you?
you?
You're on live with Ari and Shawn. Do you have a question or comment?
Yes. I have a question for Ari.
Okay.
Was it fun doing the Nicole and Christian scenes?
Oh, yes. I had a fantastic time. I hope you could tell. Yes.
Yeah.
It was, she is an extraordinary character to play as an actress, so I had a good time for sure doing it. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was very fun. I liked it very much.
Yes. I'm very sad that part is over.
I would love for someone to put together a compilation of your looks.
Oh my gosh.
The facial reactions.
Your facial reactions to everything, like the side eyes, the and just all of that. I think
Even when you weren't
That'd be
the
funny.
center of it, like if someone was saying something and maybe gonna reveal everything, like the look, you would just be like, There was a scene this week. I just had me cracking up.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
I am a huge fan of Chandler Massey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chandler,
Talented.
yes.
Talented
He's so talented. He is. He is very sweet. And he's such a great guy, too.
Yeah.
Very humble and giving, and so it's nice to hear that, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
We have a great
definitely.
cast. Well, that's for sure.
Dwight is he always lets us know what a huge fan of Chandler's he is, and one day we're gonna get Chandler back on the show.
yes.
One day.
I hope so.
We're working on it. It's a work in progress of getting everyone in, but
Yeah.
we're very thankful for getting
Schedules
people in.
and-
Yeah.
Your people got to talk to my people.
Yeah.
All
There's a
these
lot
people.
of people to deal with. But thank you, Dwight, for calling in. We appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Dwight.
And glad
Thanks,
you've been enjoying the
Dwight.
storyline.
Yes, thank you.
All right, and then so our one of our favorite people as well, Me World 2, would just like for you guys to say hi, Me World 2, right into that camera there.
That one?
This
Yeah.
one?
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Me World 2.
There you go. He's so funny. We do segments on the show, and he has started his own segment online. So he will tweet out his segment, which is called the Oh Shiz Moment of the Week.
Oh, nice.
And he'll have a clip
Awesome.
of the moment
Makes a
that made
video
him
and
go,
everything,
oh,
Shield.
yeah.
Shield.
Yeah.
I like
Spell
that.
that for me.
I enjoy it. I enjoy those.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
SCHZZ.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another caller.
Oh.
The calls are just coming in.
I like
Woo.
it. I like it.
I like it.
Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi guys, it's
Hi.
me, World.
Oh,
Hi,
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
Me World.
and there you
Well,
We were just talking about you.
We were. We just gave you a shout out, and now you're on live. So
what
now...
the shiz? Where you been?
What are you out?
Do you have a question or comment for Ari or Shawn?
Actually, I have a question for Ari.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Ari.
Hi.
Did you see the mask? Did you actually see the mask that he made? Like, did you touch it or anything? How does it look like?
Oh, the mask I had on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had to lay in a chair for 30 minutes and make a mold of my own face.
See, I don't think people realize that.
Yes.
They think makeup just showed up with a
pictures.
mask.
I haven't tweeted any pictures out. I forgot I have them. I'll do that. Because your whole face is covered with something except for your little nose holes. And as the mask is coming off, he's like, okay, it's time to come off. Move your face around, and I'm like, okay. So it starts to come off like around my mouth and my nose, but it's stuck on my forehead. And he's like, move your forehead around. I'm like, I can't. I had Botox. Just kidding. I don't do Botox. But it wouldn't come off, and then I was getting claustrophobic when I'm like, just breathe, and then it came off. But it was cool. So I got to keep the mold of my face.
Yeah.
So that's at home. Too.
On the fireplace.
On the
fireplace, yeah.
Now I'm really creeped out.
But it's funny seeing it on Stacy because our faces are such a different shape. It's like drooping down her face, you know. Oh yeah, we've had a few cast members wearing it, so it's great. It's great to have me around.
It just shows up in different places.
Yeah.
The new Halloween costume this year will be Kristen or Nicole.
Yes. Oh, trending now.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, can we from now on call it Crystal instead of Cricole? Cricole sounds weird.
It does. It's like crystal oil or something.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But now we're so knee-high and deep into this storyline that...
How do you change that? Can you?
Yeah.
Can't.
Starry eyes.
Starry eyes. We'll change it to starry eyes.
Yeah, I guess that'll just have to be with Kristen and I, or Lauren. Wait.
There they go. All those voices. Here they come.
What is in this water? Stacy and I go out separately. We'll do our personal starry-eyed. We'll be starry. What are we called? Cricole?
We call it Cricole on here. Yeah.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than EJ and Nicole. One's E. coli.
This is so bad.
That was bad.
No. Well, and then we have Stabby right now for Gabby and Stefan. Listen, I didn't come up with it. I just roll with it. I'm just a fan with open arms.
I know, right?
Yeah. Just love it.
We let Twitter do that for us. We just support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Me World, for calling in, and I'll be sure to retweet your Oh Shiz moment of the week.
Yeah, we always look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Actually, I have a quick question for Shawn.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Shawn, Daniel, when are you coming back to Salem?
I'm going to make this happen. There's so many everywhere I go. It is the biggest question, and for everyone who has died on that show has literally come back.
Yeah,
except me.
Yeah.
And I go, and people go, no, everybody comes back, and everybody. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't. My organs are in like everybody.
But was it your
That's not
organ?
a weird. Sorry.
It might.
It could have been someone else's organ.
Hey, come back as an evil person for sure.
Brady
has Daniel's heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So, but look, who knows? The thing for me, I would love. I always enjoy the people.
I'm still waiting for Bo to show up, and I'm still waiting for Daniel to show up.
Okay.
Those two guys are my favorite.
It could happen. It could happen.
Lexi, you never know.
Yeah.
We'll be called Dabo.
All right, thanks for the shout out.
How do these things get started like that?
Right here in the studio, live.
Thanks, Me World, again. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you. You got a shout out coming.
So sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, Me World. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if it was like Musalem? And all of a sudden there's an island where like Bo and Lexi and Daniel and everyone who has died but hasn't quite come back is just like living it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
With no memory, because,
Tony,
no memory.
You had me at Island. So yes, now my brains are like, I could pen this. Let me just write this. We'll write this. Let's do it.
Oh, listen, trust me. For years, and you guys have known this, I have written my own self into this show many a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're still working on it. I have ideas. So Ron, call me.
I have ideas.
I'm here for it.
Make it happen. Talented man.
So what? Someone says, come back as a new character, maybe Daniela, a twin.
I could do it. I got a little video to show you that could happen.
Oh, yes. Izzy has Shawn on TikTok.
I'm now on TikTok.
And in a very feminine version.
Yes. Love it. I do a little Justin Bieber.
Oh, Wait, what's your TikTok name?
Shawn_Christian.
There you go. And TikTok is fun.
Yeah, so I'll be doing more of those. I don't know to what extent or how much makeup I'll be wearing. But yeah, I'd come back as Daniela. That'd be fun.
Well, if Izzy is in charge of that makeup, it's going to be...
It's done.
It's going to be great.
I'll be on point.
It is going to be good.
Yeah.
She does YouTube tutorials. Like, she does her makeup, but, I'm like, you ain't going out of the house like that.
Shawn is. But not you, honey.
Yeah.
Let's take this caller here. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Mike Riley from New York.
Hello, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Mike Riley. Hi, Mike Riley.
We all like his voice. That was a great.
Yes, you have a great voice.
Yes.
Sorry,
Mike, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
First of all, I want to say that your two guests look so great together.
They're beautiful.
They're so good looking, and their energy, the way they're vibing off of each other, is so terrific. With their bright eyes and their white teeth, they look great. So I want to start off saying that.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's so fun. I appreciate it.
I'm like mesmerized by all the brightness coming from that studio.
Come on, Mike. There's a lot of lights in here.
Hilarious.
Two quick things. I do want to say, Ari, you're sensational, and you've been so fun, and just watching you play this kind of dual role has been terrific. I was able to call in when Stacy was in the studio, and I'm desperately in love with her too. And I think the two of you are like two dynamos playing these characters.
Thank you so much. She's wonderful and wonderful human being too. So I really appreciate that. It makes it easy when you have someone that you can really work with and connect with and talk to about, what do you think about this? And we really same energy. We get the same energy off of each other, and I think that's really helpful. And even now, we'll sit and run lines with me, or she'll help me with an audition because she has such. We really, I think, help boost each other up. That's good. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No, absolutely. Just watching you in interviews, you could see, as a fan, we can see where you two would get along in real life because you both have like such a fun vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do have a question for Shawn, if that's all right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, ask away, man.
Well, I actually miss having Dr. Jonas on the air, and I really love Melanie. I love Molly Burnett so much. I think she's terrific. But my question is, when playing Daniel Jonas, Dr. Daniel Jonas, how are you able to keep Jennifer alive so long without her heart beating in her chest? You kind of had it laying out on the table.
Mike,
so I'm just curious how you manage that.
I tell you, I have solved diseases the CDC can't solve.
You are a phenom for sure.
Thank you. For sure.
That storyline just cracked me up, and how you guys play it so seriously. Like, God bless you guys. It's just. It speaks to your talent. It's so great.
It was. I tell that story all the time. Like, oh, you would play a doctor on TV, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I was Dr. Jonas, and I saved this girl. I found her heart in an igloo cooler, and her organs were being harvested down in this dungeon. And then I finally got the heart, but I bring it down in an igloo cooler. Of course, I open up her chest cavity. I get it in, I put it in there.
With no gloves.
Massage it to life. Yes, no gloves. Sew it back up. She's alive for a little bit. Oh, no, she goes, I have to open her back up and massage her. I do it, yes, and we fall in love. And, it was amazing.
Right, you were out having dinner that night, right?
Oh, totally. It was amazing. And then when I hear my character's going to die, I'm like, that's okay. I can open my chest up and massage my heart. That's all right.
Yeah. Massage that heart, sew it back up.
I'm the only person in Salem I didn't save.
Yeah, right. Very funny. But no, thank you for answering my questions, and it's been a delight to speak to you. I'll make room for other callers to call in. You're both great.
Thank you, man. All the best.
Thanks, Mike Riley. Thanks, Mike Riley. I'll be sure to tell Mark J. Freeman you said hello.
Oh, I will. And tell him how much I love the Jonases, and I love Daniel and Melanie.
I will.
I'm sure.
I've got kids in that town. I don't know their last name is Jones, but there's a bunch of kids of mine running somewhere in Salem.
Yes.
Probably.
I think. Holly's.
Yes.
Our kid. Parker's.
Yeah.
Running around.
Yeah.
So I'm still.
But thank you, Mike Riley, for calling in.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
The interesting thing is that I feel like after a while, certain characters are just not mentioned anymore. But Daniel has been mentioned periodically, since his death, and especially when someone wants to be shady and remind Eric, you killed Daniel. And it's
right, that happened this week.
Yes. It's like let him just.
Eric did his time in jail for that, right?
Yeah, he doesn't need to say
he repented. Yeah. But then, as fans, we're always like, well, what does that mean?
Yes, exactly.
Why do you keep bringing up Daniel?
Right.
I know.
It's always kind of like, what?
How long has your character been
That's great. Someone could probably help me out with this, but 4 years maybe?
It happened after the 50th, right? And the 50th was in 2015. 26, like 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years. Yeah.
But for 3 years, we've been hearing about that car crash.
Amen. Hey, look, I mean, I was just grateful to play that role. I'd never been on a show for longer than 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, as the world turns, maybe 3.5. But I had such an amazing time playing that character. I think he had an impact somehow in everybody's life, so I think that's why it resonates, and it sort of pushes some form of some story, whether it's a dig to somebody or a heartbreak to somebody else, or he saved my life. I have his eyeballs.
Shawn, we were talking about you keeping super busy, but Ari, you're also juggling, multitasking. Would love to hear you speak a little bit about Clover Pillows. It's such an amazing company, and just the cause, and they're so cute.
Thank you. We are really still in our early stages. We started this year with my two partners, Cammie Powell and Haley Brown. And Haley is really the one who came up with the idea. One night we were all exhausted, and we had just moved all her stuff, and I think it was 2:00 in the morning, and her and Cammie were laughing hysterically, and she goes, "I have an idea!" And so we and there really isn't any interactive pillow like this, so we feel like they're really special. And when kids see them, or for our photo shoot, we gave all the pillows away to all the kids that were there, and they were like, "What? These are amazing!" And it's not just fun, but it's the love they have for it, and they can take it anywhere, and it can go in the car with them, and they have a game. And now we want to really get it to a place where like our hide and seek monkey, he isn't just he's just not full of bananas, he's actually something special. And he's one we're really going to push toward preschool, TK, things like that, because kids learn Common Core, everything's learned in tens, how to make 10. So the teacher can use the little bananas on the inside on, if I have 5 bananas here, how many more bananas do I need to make 10? And so it's, do you guys know?
What?
What? I do. I stumped you. Give me
I need a pillow.
Suddenly in my mind, I heard, if Timmy drives a bus 5 kilometers,
if you just turn your brain off, you're like,
and I was just like, if it's not 2 plus 2,
use the banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so they're really charming. And our original pillow fight pillow, where you can it is just that.
It's just for hitting.
Unzip it. It's just for hitting each other and getting out aggression for the adults. But it is it's. Now I say 3 to 101, or 110, however old you are, because they are sweet, and I think it's great for grandparents to give to their grandkids and things like that. So we're just, like I said, we're just pushing it out now, but it does. They do come with. We have Camp Clover, so you can be part of the camp, and we have characters that we're slowly developing as well. And
is the camp here in Los Angeles?
It's just online, so you earn badges.
Got it.
And newsletters will be going out and things like that. How we can keep these kids involved and using their pillows as part of their positive problem solvings and things like that. So we're getting there, and it's just it's the three of us right now, and then we're getting a lot of help along the way. But it is a precious thing, especially when you feel them and they're tangible and they're so plush and soft and they're not a bad price, $24.95. Loverpillows.com.
Well,
yes, get that in there.
We'll be sure to put a link on our Instagram so that people can go and check it out and everything like that.
Yes, and we will be selling to Canada and Australia because we know we have a ton of fans. I just have to change that on the website, so I will be getting to that this week. Yes,
great.
Thank you. Exciting.
We have someone wanted to know. Haywood Wong wanted to know. He said, please ask Ari who she wants to work with next on Days.
I would love to work, I love my peeps and my storyline, but who haven't I worked with?
Because Nicole has always had some
someone. I've definitely had a really great chance to, I think I'd like to continue to work, I worked with her as Kristen, but if Nicole and Gabby would be able to kind of get back.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. The scenes between the two of you were everything. The chemistry.
I kind of had a blast with doing that with her, and she's, I feel like when she first came on the show, it was like, come on.
Come on,
Camila. I'm gonna take care of you. So I really would like to work with her now because she's just got so much sass, and I was just even telling her the other day, I'm like, you keep doing you, girl, because it's hot and she's just grown into such a beautiful woman. So
we were we had her here a few weeks ago. We were just talking about how the journey of Gabby, how she was that kind of frail, I don't know, and now she's like this boss bitch that's really at it. And I think that if Nicole really did come back on the campus and Gabby and Nicole work together, that would be like a Sammy and Kate kind of a situation.
Yeah, it'd be total good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
I'd be like, calm down, Gabby. Don't make me speak with Spanish to you. Right? We like it. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere there was an answer. Yes.
Really quick, Sarah Yu, who has been trying to get in, but I think our phone lines are down now because we have to wrap up the show soon, and Willa, who is our long-time supporter of the show and of Days. I think she's been watching Days of Our Lives since day one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
amazing.
they just wanted you to say hello to them. So if you could say hello to Sarah and Willa, they would appreciate it.
Hi, Sarah and Willa. Thank you for watching for so long.
Yes, thank you, Sarah and Willa. What, 1965?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A long time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Really quick, before we have to wrap up, something that I just thought of, and also someone had the same question here. When the reveal was about to happen, suddenly John Drake went for you and was just like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Can you talk about
stabbed my jugular.
Oh man.
Love you, Drake.
Because I felt like as a viewer, I felt it. I was like, he really looked at Hope and was like, do you want to do it or should I? She's like, well, you do it. And then all of a sudden it was just like, and it was like,
if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, and when what's his name, Bilbo Baggins just wants to see the ring one more time. Can I just see it one last time? That's what it was like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just know that while watching it, we felt it too.
Oh, yeah. I was like, holy God!
We knew it was going to be something.
Yeah. I was ready. I was ready. Lord.
Unfortunately, we are now out of time. This hour just goes by
so
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But we're so thankful that both of you came in to talk to us.
Thank you for having me out.
Of course.
Hey, guess what? Surprise!
Surprise! It's so great to catch up with you, Shawn, and Ari. It's been so great to see you back on the show, and actually we see that you're just having fun.
Such a blast.
So fun.
Having a blast.
Now
it's the best part-time job ever.
Now we're just kind of because we were discussing it before the show. We were like, is Nicole really dead? And we're like, well, they said that she was, and it's kind of sad because it's no, we really want Nicole.
I know. Maybe what will happen is there's another mask, and Kristen is really Nicole. And we'll rip it out.
It's a double mask
Nicole underneath.
Mind blown.
It's like Mission Impossible.
You already got the mask. Why not you?
You don't know. Crazier things have happened.
Awesome.
Well, thanks to guys again for joining us. Before we head out, let's go around and give our social media handles. So, Michael Mattes, let the kind folks know where they can find all of your wonderful pictures that you take of everyone.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And pictures of my dog.
Yes.
He's the star. My dog is the star of my Instagram. Yeah. Twitter, MLMattis1, and Instagram, ML Mattis.
What's your name?
Girl, you have no idea. ML Mattis1 every week. Every week is better somehow.
Chelsea?
And then you can find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker and on Twitter at Chelsie Overocker.
Tami Goveia.
You can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Insta Tami.Goveia.
Shawn, where can they cyberstalk you?
Oh, they can cyberstalk me at Shawn Christian, the one with the verified blue check, because there's a bunch of imposters.
Hey.
Yes, both Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook there, and also now TikTok.
Yeah.
Shawn_Christian. More content rolling out.
We're tuning in.
Heck yeah.
It's coming.
Ari?
Yeah. On Twitter, I am Ari_Zucker. And Instagram, I am Ari 8675
309.
But not the 309, just the 8675.
That'll help you remember.
And of course, you guys can find all of us on Facebook and Instagram under Dishin Days and _Dishin Days on the Twitter. And of course, you can find little old me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye,
Thank you, Ari,
everybody.
Shawn. We'll see you guys next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.